everybody, and here we are with Rulerwork month something or other. I forget which month we're on, but we're going to do the long skinny ones that go around the big center block that we did last month, which I think actually was month 4. So maybe this is month 5, who knows. You are going to have your quilt sandwiches made. You got the directions ahead of time, I'm assuming, that told you what to cut your pieces. I cut mine a little bigger, so I think I have a 10, 12, 10. I have a 10 by 26. And you want to mark a 6 by 24 rectangle. I've already marked my 6 by 24 rectangle, and I have already stitched my outlines, my borders on that. And you know, the easiest way to do that was, oh, I don't have the ruler in here. I just used a 6 by 24 ruler. Just put it down and went beep, 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 beep around it. No biggie. You're going to need 4 of those, by the way. 4 of those for the 4 sides of the center panel. All right, so here we go. We're going to get started. This time we're going to be using the clamshell. This will be our first time using the clamshell. This is actually a really cool ruler to use. All 4 of the blocks we're about to do are going to use these clamshells. So, cool. Here we go. All righty, so I have put my tape. I have put my tape, for lack of a better word, I can't think of the word for this, but I put my tape on both sides of my ruler. I have a little piece on both sides. You want to try to not cover up those lines. We're going to need those lines. You're going to need to be able to see those. So make sure you get your tape on either side of this ruler. We're going to use the big side. If you wanted to make small clamshells, we could use this side, which I have done before, but this particular block, we're going to use the big ones. All right. So what I'm going to do, when I did my, what do you call it, outline stitch around the block, I started in my lower left-hand corner, went around, and I ended in my lower left-hand corner. That saves me a thread break. So now I'm going to take this ruler, and if I put this right across the bottom of the short side of this block, you'll see that it lines up. I'm going to start right there, and you can see how the foot just nudges right in that curve. I'm going to take the line, the top line that you can see, or that one right there. I'm going to line it up with the bottom line of this block, and now I'm going to simply stitch around. I'll stop here. It's snugged up right there. I'll come back here. And I should be now at the right-hand corner of that block. Now here comes the magic of this ruler, and this actually is very, very simple. I'm traveling up my sideline, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to travel. This is, remember I told you these center lines were really important? I'm going to travel up until that top line on the ruler, or again, this line right here, is lined up with the top of my previous humps, for lack of a better word. There we go. And then my foot is right up against the top of it, and I've offset them. So the center line that came down, that I told you that you didn't want to cover with the tape, you want it to go right into the V that you created on your first stitch. Now I'm going to stitch back. I'm going to stop. The reason I'm stopping is so you get a nice sharp point. If you don't stop, it tends to kind of bottom out a little. Okay. And now I'm just going to move that over, again making sure that top line is lined up with the stitch line for the first hump. And I come up and I stop right there. Lo and behold, I'm now where I was for the first set of humps we made. I line up again, top line lined up with the stitching on the top of the hump. And around we go. Stop. it back on the other side. And you're going to do the same thing. I'm going to travel up. I'm going to get that center line to line up in my V. I'm going to get the top line on the ruler to be on the top of the previous humps. And I come back down. Stop. This ruler, you're going around curves, so you're pushing on the ruler from multiple directions, so it's really easy for this ruler to move. So you want to make sure you've got both hands on that ruler, one on either side, so it doesn't go cockeyed on you. And I'm right back where I started again, and here we go again. So you're going to do this the entire length of this piece, and then you'll be done. That's all there is to it for this one. Just keep doing it over and over and over until you're at the bottom, or the other end, whatever you want to call it. Ladies and gents, is all there is to it. So I'm not going to have you sit and watch me do this entire block because you're going to be bored silly. Uh-oh. But that, in a nutshell, is it. There you go, clamshells. About as easy as you can get. So do the whole length of this one. It isn't going to take you too many. I've already got what? More than a third of it done. 3/8 of it done. So it doesn't take you very long to do this one. Start to finish, finish it up, and you've got yourself block 1 of month 5.